Hi guys, we're gonna be making some chicken spaghetti today, and so I wanted to bring you guys along and show you how I make my chicken spaghetti. So some of the things that you would need, you're gonna need a can of Rotel, which is basically the diced tomatoes and green chilies. You're gonna need a can of cream of mushroom, and also a can of cream of chicken, some spaghettis, and I have the Skinner spaghettis, the regular kind. You also need some cheese, of course. And then right here I have chicken tenders that I like to use to cook mine. It's just a very, very good meat to use as far as to prep to make the spaghettis with, or the chicken spaghetti. So it's about done thawing out, so I'll come back with you and let you guys see what else I do. Okay guys, my meat is thawing out, and so you want to make sure that you clean your chicken tenders. Make sure your chicken, or whatever you use. Some people like to use chicken breasts. Whatever you use, just make sure you clean it really, really well. And so mine's clean. And so what I'm doing now is I'm just going to gather them and lay them here so I can put them in my pot so they can get ready to boil and cook. Alright, so that's that. Now I'm moving them to the stove, and I've already started to have my water boil. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay these on in here. And kind of spread them out. I want to make a smoothie. Okay. So I'm going to add just a little bit more water to my pot because I want to make sure that my meat is covered. Have Bear to go to the store and get eggs. Okay. What I like to do is season my meat while it's already in the pot. And I'm going to use my Tony Satchurins because that's what we use down south. And I'm going to also use my Dunn's all-purpose seasoning. This is really, really good, guys. So, go ahead and season my water. And it's looking like that. The Dunn's, this season here is going to be spicy. So when my meat is done and cooked, the water, or the roux, if that's what you want to call it, the chicken broth, because that's what it really is, it'll be kind of spicy. And then I'm just going to add my Tony Satchurins in. And it's not going to be salty, because I know just about how much seasoning to put in without watching. Okay guys, the chicken is done. So as you can see, it is cooked. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take them out and place them over here. Let them cool off, and they're just falling apart, the tender chicken tenders. So anyway, I'm going to set them over here. Okay, in the pot is the actual broth. So you can see all the spices and specks from the chicken in the broth. And so what I'm going to do at this point is start to add my cheese and so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and add my cheese in to the broth, piece by piece, and start to let it melt down. And occasionally stirring it up. Okay guys, as you can see, I already started my pot to boil for my noodles to go in. So it's good to put a little bit of oil inside your pot so that when your noodles are boiling, they won't stick together. They'll flow free. And just break them up in half, basically. You just spread them over around. Okay guys, as you can see, my cheese has already melted in. So it's melted and it looks yummy, it's creamy, and so now we can go ahead and add in the rest of our ingredients. So let me just tell you guys something, the reason why I do mine this way. I rather use the chicken broth, the natural chicken broth that I boil my chicken in, because it's already seasoned and flavored, as opposed of melting cheese with regular water or milk, or however you choose to melt your cheese, and then having it done that way. This is just, it gives it a whole different taste if you use the natural broth. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in the cream of mushroom. And then next I'm going to go ahead and add in my cream of chicken. And lastly, I'm going to add in 1 can of the Rotel. And so this is what it looks like, and you just want to stir it all in and mix it up very, very well. And this is on a low heat because you don't want your cheese to stick and scorch. Okay guys, I wanted you to see my chicken after it's cooled off. What I do is I shred it. I pick it apart like this because I personally don't like big chunks of chicken in my chicken spaghetti. I kind of like it like shredded chicken basically. And then also by me picking it apart with my hands, it allows me to pick any unnecessary pieces of the chicken that I do not want to eat or want anyone else that's eating my food to eat, like the fat and gristle that may be on the very, very little chunks. And my meat is seasoned, so that's another good thing. It's already flavored. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the mix, and this will be the last step as far as the mix preparation. And once I get it all added in, then I'm gonna stir it up and make sure that it's well blended. As you can see right here, they're pretty much done. And you see what I mean by adding oil to your noodles or to the water so that they're smooth and they do not stick together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to mix this. Again, it's still on a low fire because I want to keep everything hot. Once this is done, okay guys, my noodles are done. So what I'm gonna do at this point, basically I pour a tad bit into a Pyrex pan. And basically I like to just coat the bottom part before I add my noodles. So I'll go ahead and put my noodles on top and add the rest of the mix. And just spread it. Again, this is just my way, how I like to do it. Of course, you guys do not have to do it this way. This is just my way of how I like to prepare this dish. And so the noodles are done, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go over here to the sink and drain my water. So now I'm gonna just toss them right on in. Okay, and then I'm just spread them all around. And yes, it has some water retention, but that's okay because it's all gonna blend in. It's just a little bit, it's not that much water. So I spread it like this, spread it all around. And then lastly, I'm gonna add the rest of my mix, the spaghetti mix. And just make sure it's just spread it all over. Looks yummy. It's gonna taste yummy. So some people like to spread extra cheese on top, shredded cheese, or what is it, like the Kraft single slices. I don't do all that because it already has enough cheese on here. So all that's left is to put this bad boy in the oven, and once it's done, I'll be back to show you guys the finished product. It's been in here for about maybe 10 minutes. So this is what it looks like, the finished product. And this is going to be very, very good. My kids have been bugging me. They're hungry and they want to eat. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my first video, cooking video with the chicken spaghettis. We are fit to dig in because it is delicious. Talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.